Hi, welcome to Inspiration Station here on Entrepreneur.com. My name is Kirsten Kloss. Thanks so much for watching. On today's show, we're going to highlight true entrepreneurship. And I've got an innovation that was brought to North America by an entrepreneur. And well, to no further ado, I'm going to introduce Robert Edwards. His company, Squatty Potty, is going to be featured on the show today. Well, he and his family was inspired to found Squatty Potty because they were looking for a natural, inexpensive solution to help remedy some colon issues one family member was experiencing. And well, that led to the evolution of a product. Thanks so much for joining us on the show today. It's great having you.
Hi, good afternoon.
Well, first of all, Bobby, what inspired you to basically start Squatty Potty, and when did you know it was a viable, sustainable business idea?
Sure. Well, they say necessity is the mother of all invention, and my mother was constipated chronically. And, she suffered for years from her constipation, and she was looking for a solution to help her with it. And, we're pretty, hands-on, and we take matters into our own hands. And when, she had tried the powders, the potions, the pills, and even colon therapy. And it was actually at a visit to a colon therapist that she was first introduced to the squatting concept. The colon therapist said, it could be a mechanics thing. You should try this squatting stool. And she, just put a stool in front of your toilet and, to elevate your feet, to mimic a natural squat position. And she kind of looked at the therapist like she was crazy and, went on about doing her own thing. And then it was like, a couple months later when I had heard about the squatting concept from friends, and I said, "Mother, you need to squat." And she goes, "Well, my therapist told me to do that, but I, didn't know." I didn't believe her, and we just got online and started looking and researching the concept of squatting and the anatomy of defecation and elimination. And we found that maybe there was something to this. So she started using a regular stool in front of her toilet. And it helped. It helped quite a bit. But the stool had its problems. It was not designed specifically for a squat device. It was in the way. There were some other issues with her tripping over it at night. And where does she store it when she's done with it? And also, what if somebody else takes the stool and puts it in the closet or needs it in the kitchen, and then it's not always in its place? So I thought, let's make a stool that's designed specifically for the task of helping you assume the healthy squat position that works for you, and also is stored under the toilet and is designed perfectly for the task. And so we went to the drawing board. Her and my father and I all kind of sat around the kitchen table, sketched out some different designs that we thought might work. We enlisted in the help of a friend to help us construct the thing, the prototype. And voila, we built the first Squatty Potty, and it worked. She loved it. She loved it so much, she started giving it away as gifts. And everyone knows someone that's constipated. It's a big problem. I mean, 62 million of Americans suffer from constipation. That's a large percentage.
Yeah.
And somewhat of $1 billion is spent annually on laxatives. So that also helped us realize there was some kind of a business idea here. We had a solution that worked. We had a product that fit that solution. And, she started giving the Squatty Potty away, and everyone that tried it loved it. They loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So we realized then that we were onto something.
Well, and it's not all rose. I mean, the concept of coming up with a new product out to the marketplace. I mean, there's barriers involved. There's challenges involved. As an entrepreneur, maybe you could share with our audience some of those challenges you had to face in order to get this product successfully into the market.
Yeah. So I mean, you have this idea, you have a product, it works. But it's a noisy world out there. How do you get this out there? So the first step what I did is I took the Squatty Potty and I sent it to influential bloggers, health writers, any person of influence in the alternative health field, right? Or anyone that was writing about alternative health. I sent it to, Everyday Health. I sent it to Huffington Post. I sent it to the, New York Times editor. I sent it everywhere. And I sent probably about 100 Squatty Potties out.
Mm-hmm.
And within a few weeks, we got our first hit, our first blog hit. It was a vegan blogger. She saw the value in the Squatty Potty. She had tried it. She loved it. She wanted to tell her readers about it. And constipation is a common problem, and not a lot of people are talking about it. Or they're always talking about the same thing: diet, nutrition, water. But nobody's talking about posture with elimination, and that's what Squatty Potty. That's where Squatty Potties come into the picture. We're talking about posture, and she wrote the first review, and then like week after week, they started coming in. We got some big hits. We got Huffington Post. We got Washington, the Washington Post, and then about a couple months later, we got what was considered a really big hit, and that was a Dr. Oz hit. His producer called, and she had heard about the Squatty Potty, and she wanted to feature it on the Dr. Oz show, and that was really the big boom for us. But the barrier was, you've got a product, and you're trying to get it out there. How do you get out there? We just hit the PR circuit. We just mailed out the Squatty Potty. We sent it to anyone of influence, and that's really how we got it. We're lucky enough that we have a product that works, and we have a product that's novel, that people like to read about and write about and talk about, because it's a new concept. So
well,
but the
focusing
other barrier,
go ahead.
is talking about poop, and educating people that we're pooping wrong.
Yeah.
Like I said, the American, the Western toilet was designed to do its task, but it's an ergonomic nightmare. And for millennia, we squatted. That's the way it was until the advent of the toilet. And that's what, along with diet and nutrition, is posture.
Well, in my opinion, it's news. Absolutely. I mean, it's novel for sure. It's great having you on the show. Thanks very much for sharing your success story, Bobby. It's good to have you. Thanks again.
Great. Nice speaking to you.
Well, we've been speaking with Robert Edwards. Go check out his Squatty Potty. And the website, of course, very simple to find, is squattypotty.com. That's 2 T's on Squatty and 2 T's on Potty. So go check it out. Go check out their products. And of course, blog about it. Let people know. I'm Kirsten Kloss. You're watching Inspiration Station here on Entrepreneur.com. Another great, interesting story from an entrepreneur. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned again for our next show real soon. Bye for now.